Okay, this lesson will be good for both lessons 26 and 27. Divide decimal dividends by two-digit divisors with estimating quotients and checking with multiplication using partial quotients. So as you can see, the problem has already been partially solved, and we have completed strategies that have been previously taught. We see at this point after solving, we have partial quotients of 20, 6, and 2. And currently a remainder of 8. Today we are going to move forward and not leave any remainders by dividing into decimals. So, since we cannot divide 8 by 16, we are going to rename our 8 as 80 tenths. So when we go to estimate, we're going to do 80 tenths divided by our estimate of 20, leaving us with 4 tenths. And so our partial quotient here is going to be 4 tenths. So we're going to have 16 times 4 tenths. 16 times 4 tenths is going to equal 64 tenths. And 64 tenths equals 6 and 4 tenths, leaving us with 16, or 1 6 tenths. We're going to go ahead and add our partial quotient up top of 4 tenths. Well, we have now 16 tenths divided by 16 is what is remaining. So 16 tenths divided by 16, and since we know that's going to have something to do with a 1, we're just going to go ahead and finish that up and realize 16 tenths divided by 16 is 1 tenth. So for our final partial quotient, we'll have 16 times 1 tenth, which is going to equal 16 tenths, or 1 6 tenths, and a remainder of 0. Let's go ahead and add our final partial quotient in here. And we have 20, 26, 28, and 5 tenths as a final answer, 28 and 5 tenths. We'll then go ahead and check it. We have 28 and 5 tenths times 16. We get 30. 48 and 3 is 51. 12. 6 times 2 is 12, plus 5, 17. And then we'll go ahead, our placeholder, and times 1 is going to give us 285. We have 0, 6, 5, and 4. Since we have multiplied by 10th here, we're going to go ahead and divide by 10 here, and we see we have a matching total. Okay, in this next example, we have 183 and 6 tenths divided by 72. So I've already solved the whole number portion, where my estimate was 140 divided by 70 equals 2. So I have my first partial quotient of 2. Now as we move on, we see we have 39 and 6 tenths remaining from our dividend. 39 does not comfortably divide by 72, so we're going to rename 39 and 6 tenths as 396 tenths. And now we can work with something here. So we have, again, our estimated quotient of 70, and we're looking for something close to 396 without going over. So we're going to look at 335, or 350 tenths. 350 tenths divided by 70 is going to give me 5 tenths. So my next partial quotient is 5 tenths. Sorry about that, 0.5. So we have, again, 72 times 5 tenths, and that is going to be 5 times 7, 350. 5 times 2 is 10, so that's going to give me 360 tenths, which renamed equals 36. We're going to go ahead and subtract that. We have 6 and 3. I now have 36 tenths remaining. 36 I cannot divide comfortably by 72, so we're going to go ahead and rename this now into hundredths. And since hundredths is not existing in my dividend, I still know it's there, it just has a value of 0. So now I can comfortably divide 360 hundredths divided by 70, or at this case, at this point, 72. So for my estimate, 350 hundredths divided by 70. 350 divided by 70 is going to be 5, so I'm left with 5 hundredths as my next partial quotient. So 72 times 5 hundredths, it's going to be, 72 is actually, we've already kind of figured that out, it's going to be 360 hundredths, which equals 3 and 60 hundredths, which will leave us with 0. So I'm going to add that into my partial quotient, leaving me with 2 and 55 hundredths for a final answer. A quick check. We have 2 and 55 hundredths times 72. We have 10. 10 plus 1, 11. 2 plus 2 times 2 is 4, plus 1 is 5. Our placeholder, we have 35. 35 again plus 3, 38. 7 times 2, 14, plus 3, 17. And add them up, 6, 8, 1. And then we had to multiply by 100 here, so we're going to go ahead and divide by 100, and we see that we have a match.